Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers hint that Nina Reeves is about to make a dirty move. Could Nina take and destroy Drew Cain's legal guardian documents, which are a nightmare waiting to happen? Drew put Willow Corinthos on the spot when he delivered those papers and persuaded her to give up her children. Willow agreed that if something happens to her, Drew should be Wiley and Amelia Corinthos' legal guardians. Whether Drew could truly make it hold up in court or not, Nina is sure to be stunned when she finds Drew has made yet another attempt to control Willow. Nina may forecast Drew blowing things up because compromise has recently been her credo. Drew is escalating an already tense situation with Carly Spencer. Nina may believe that Drew should avoid doing that because it could jeopardize Willow's chances of keeping her children. Furthermore, Nina will be unable to face the thought of Drew being a legal guardian of her grandchildren under any circumstances. This could be enough to provoke Nina's nasty move over the week of April 21st to 25th. Nina still knows the safe combination and may be able to take the legal guardian paperwork that Drew stashed there after Willow signed. Perhaps Nina could spy again, hopefully without being caught this time. Of course, Drew could always ask Willow to sign a new round of documents, but Nina may hope to speak with Willow first. Nina may take and destroy the legal guardian documents in an effort to thwart Drew's next plot. If Drew attempts to blame Nina in the aftermath, she may play dumb and claim he lost the documents instead. Nina might argue that it's for the best and that Willow should reconsider. There are certain indications that Willow may begin to regret her decision regarding this legal guardian issue. Drew may lose his cool if his preparations fail. So keep an eye out to see if Nina's dirty maneuver is a contributing factor. According to General Hospital teasers, Nina will continue to advocate for Willow, so stay tuned for any major developments. Tracy reluctantly welcomed Sidwell inside the Q solarium. "I find that you and I have so much in common," Sidwell stated with his customary charming tone. Tracy made it apparent that Sidwell was only a deception supplier to her, and she was keen to maintain the business lucrative for Brooke Lynn. Sidwell informed Tracy that they shared a mutual thorn in their sides. "I suspect you'd like to be rid of Sonny Corinthos," he stated, piquing Tracy's interest. "I would feel so much more secure doing business with your company if Mr. Corinthos were gone," Sidwell told me. Sidwell believed Tracy was in a position to get rid of Sonny because she was the main shareholder. Tracy admitted she never wanted Sonny at Deception. Sidwell was confident that Tracy's business partners required his zincite more than Sonny's investment in the company. "As far as I'm concerned, you both bring more risk than reward," Tracy said. Sonny and Sidwell. Tracy knew Sidwell was threatening to renegotiate his contract if Sonny didn't leave soon. Sidwell advised her that was fantastic leverage for convincing the other females that they needed to get rid of Sonny. Sidwell then left, but not before informing Tracy that he was confident she would make the right decision. Laura began her news conference in the municipal building's hallways. She spoke up the Esplanade. "On this subject, Congressman Cain and I strongly disagree," Laura stated before announcing that the location would be put to a vote, with Port Charles residents having a say. Ezra Boyle stopped Laura, pointing her that Drew came up with the entire idea for the Esplanade. Laura reminded him that the approved federal financing was based on the initial intended location. Laura told the press that Drew's new preferred site would require the city to confiscate 2 piers. "Don't you think the public has the right to know who owns those piers? Or did you just forget to mention that they're owned by our resident mob boss, Sonny Corinthos?" Boyle was asking. Laura stated that there was no secret who owned those piers because it was public information. "Are you really worried about the impact on the people or on Sonny Corinthos?" Boyle questioned, startling the audience. "It's hardly a secret that you and Sonny Corinthos have a personal relationship. You even dine with him publicly," she said. Laura revealed that she and Sonny had a granddaughter, but she also had an issue with Boyle. "I take offense at any suggestion that I may have shown Sonny Corinthos any partiality. That is the reason that I have chosen to put the decision in the hands of the voters," Laura said the crowd. Boyle then asked Jordan for his thoughts on everything. Jordan tried to avoid responding him, but eventually spoke up. "I have asked the mayor privately if she would reconsider this position because I cannot in good conscience endorse it. Therefore, out of respect for the mayor, I am choosing to resign as deputy mayor, Effective immediately, Jordan said today. Jordan went away, and Anna followed closely behind to ask what was going on. I've had my own concerns about her close relationship with Sunny for a while now, Jordan told me. Anna chuckled, saying, "Oh, come on, I have known Laura for decades. Her integrity is beyond approach." Jordan said she didn't care what Anna had to say. "Looking the other way just doesn't work for me anymore," she told me. Laura walked away from the podium after wrapping off the news conference. Curtis followed his companion and asked whether she was all right. Laura put on a nice act for Curtis, acting astonished at Jordan's behavior. Drew immediately approached Laura to thank her, confident that his team would win. He then told Curtis that he believed he was a better citizen. Laura had had enough of Drew and had laid into him. "How dare you speak to him that way? When you first undertook this project, you were very clear about the location you chose and why you chose it. This whole thing was your idea, and it was a wonderful idea. And now you have tainted it because you have allowed your antagonistic relationship with your brother and Sunny to become important than the people you were elected to serve," Laura said shortly before fleeing. Curtis and Anna later compared notes. "There's something just not right. There is no way Jordan would let an obvious sleaze like Ezra Boyle force her hand," Curtis told me. Anna wondered if Jordan had reached her breaking point. When Boyle and Drew returned to Drew's office, they celebrated a triumph because they believed they could persuade Jordan to their side. "Mayor Collins' career is tanking, and the rats are starting to jump ship," Drew exclaimed with delight. Drew thought this was an excellent opportunity for Boyle to run against Laura in the next election. "Ezra, you do what I say and you will be in the mayor's office, where you will continue to do everything I say," Drew told him. Later, when Jordan was alone in her almost former office, Sidwell called to express his admiration for Jordan's willingness to defend her values. "Perhaps he should talk about your future, of course," answered Sidwell. Amy continued to irritate Elizabeth and Lucky. Amy was astonished when Lucky urged her to go since he could care for Liz. Lucky was as nice as he could be about it, telling Amy that he was confident her services would be better employed at the hospital. Sunny explained that he overheard Rocco say he didn't want Sunny to attend the debate for Laura's sake. Carly understood and offered some counsel to Sunny. "If you really want to help Laura, you need to get out of her way," she said. Sunny was startled when Carly persuaded him not to contest the referendum. "Don't try to convince people to vote no and don't challenge it in court if it wins," Carly declared. Sunny was terrified by the concept, but Carly wasn't concerned. "It's not going to destroy you to give up the peers, and you can afford to let Laura win this," she ended by saying. Sunny didn't care since he didn't want his adversaries to believe he was weak. He couldn't simply let it go. Carly worried if fighting the referendum and losing would make Sunny appear weaker than not fighting at all. Sunny stated it was a gamble he had to take, but he didn't expect to lose. Carly thought the adversaries and weaknesses Sunny had been talking about for years were just an excuse, but Sunny disagreed. "If it were, our son wouldn't be in a burn unit on the other side of the world, and I wouldn't be booking a doctor's appointment across the country," he continued, making it seem like a joke. Sunny finally revealed he had a cardiac problem that required surgery. Carly was upset that she had been left out of the loop, especially because Natalia was already in it. He then told Carly that Natalia had been married to Sidwell. Carly still wanted to talk about Sunny's heart, and insisted on accompanying him to Los Angeles for the surgery. At JH, Isaiah inspected Joss' ankle and recommended her to avoid it. He could see she had a sprain weeks earlier, which she worsened again a few days later. Jocelyn told a few lies to explain how her injuries occurred, while Isaiah recommended physical therapy. Anna escorted Emma to the hospital, so she could begin her first day of community service with Felicia as her guide. Emma began her service time with art therapy and later ran with Jocelyn, who was dressed the part with art in her hair and clothing. Jocelyn was impressed that Emma had the time to volunteer, so Emma explained that she was doing it because she had been sentenced to community service for her actions at the Q tomb. Jocelyn was likewise pleased by Emma's actions in the crypt, but was surprised to find that she had priors. "Not everyone has a billionaire daddy who could bail them out of trouble, Joss," Emma muttered as she walked away. Joss then noticed Professor Dalton exiting the elevator with a suspicious-looking briefcase, so she followed him and observed him enter a lab reserved for approved persons only. She followed him when he departed. Felicia spoke in Anna about Mac's fear about Laura's referendum during their alone time. Felicia was also concerned about Anna's career and questioned why Assistant District Attorney Turner was targeting the police commissioner. Anna explained that Turner believed Anna was covering for Jason and giving him preferential treatment. "Well, you wouldn't cover for Jason, but you do give him special treatment," she said. Felicia only wanted Anna to remain quiet while Robert was away. They needed to ensure Laura remained mayor. Sasha marveled at seeing her baby on a screen at her most recent ultrasound. Jason joined her on this one. They later enthused about the modest black and white images. Jason was worried about Sasha's birth plan and wanted to ensure she had one in place, which she did. However, Sasha was perplexed when Jason asked to email one of the photos to Michael. Sasha was concerned that emailing Michael each ultrasound image would give the wrong impression, but Jason disagreed. "He understands that you want to raise the baby on your own," Jason stated. He hoped that seeing Sasha and the baby happy and healthy would help Michael recuperate, but he understood if Sasha did not want him to transmit the picture. When Sasha returned home, Olivia inquired as to how long she intended to take maternity leave. Sasha didn't even know how that would work. "Wouldn't it be awkward for me to live here for a few months and not be your cook?" Sasha was thinking about it. Olivia argued that Sasha was family, therefore everything would be great. Sasha was flattered by Olivia's comments, but she had a question. "Do you consider me family because my baby is a Quartermain?" she was wondering. Olivia insisted it wasn't like that. She stated how she felt out of place when she married Ned, and Tracy did not even attend their wedding. Tracy then gave Olivia a beautiful card welcoming her and Leo to the family. Olivia has had the note in her purse for 8 years. The Quartermains can be annoying and picky and downright cruel, but if they choose you, it's because you earned it. "We may be dysfunctional, but we damn well take care of our own. Whether you like it or not, Sasha, you're one of our own now," Olivia told me. When Jason arrived home, he wanted to meet with Sasha alone and ask why she had sold out to Sidwell. If we've learned anything from this soap diva over the years, it's that she doesn't hold back. Laura Wright, well known for her role as Carly Corinthos on the iconic ABC soap, appears to have responded to a viewer who was dissatisfied with one of her most recent interviews. Continue reading below for everything you need to know. Laura Wright from General Hospital once got nasty with a fan. Was Laura Wright conducting too many interviews? Some reviewers cannot not but wonder. In a curious move in 2024, one admirer remarked on X, "Who is she controlling and how? This is so disgusting with LW all of the time. Give us a break." Of course, Laura didn't take long to explain why she had conducted the interviews she did. She said, "Let me explain this to you and anyone else who appears to be having problems. I did one interview and they asked me many questions, and then they divided it into separate interviews. I am genuinely sorry that it appears to have offended you so much." And in case some of her fans still didn't get it, Laura added, "For those who appear to be offended or bothered by my recent interviews, I did the interview because I love GH and am delighted to promote our program. Zoxox. Isn't that fair enough?" So far, Laura has made no further comments regarding the situation, but let's hope she continues to do what she loves, which is promote the show she enjoys. Life can't get any better than this, right? General Hospital spoilers indicate that the nurses' ball is just around the corner, and Port Charles is buzzing with excitement, but for Brooklyn Quartermain and Giovanni Gio Palmieri, the glitz and glamour may take a backseat to a life-changing revelation. As they work together to prepare Joe's show-stopping performance, their irresistible chemistry ignites more than just creative magic. Unbeknownst to them, Gio is the son Brooklyn abandoned for adoption years ago, a long-buried secret. Lois Cerullo's shame may drive her to reveal the truth as she watches their relationship develop. Will the nurses' ball include a heart-wrenching family reunion, or will this surprise remain concealed among the festivities? General Hospital spoilers. A creative bond ignites. Brooklyn and Gio will be putting their emotions into his nurses' ball performance, and their late-night practices will undoubtedly build a bond that feels nearly familial. Questionable recommendation. Sidwell is currently visiting Alexis Davis and making a risky remark about his kid, Marco Rios. He lavishes praise on Marco, saying that Alexis would be making a mistake if she did not hire him. However, Alexis and Diane Miller had already placed Marco's job offer on hold after realizing Sidwell was his father. Despite Marco's parents' claim to be divorced, this discovery has created concerns about the entire family. Natalia Ramirez's character is also questioned by those who know her. More suspicions from Lucas. Lucas Jones is also skeptical as he confronts Marco, asking him if he was aware of Lucas' identity and location in Port Charles. The discovery that Sidwell is Lucas' father adds a new depth to their relationship, confirming Lucas' suspicions. Lucas is fairly estranged from both the Corinthos and Jerome families, especially since his sister Carly Spencer has been divorced from Sonny Corinthos for many years. Sidwell is gradually becoming recognized as simply another mob player aiming for Sonny's domain. Despite Lucas' few connections with Sonny these days, he is still considered a member of the family. Lucas feels Marco has hidden reasons related to his father's interests. Carly is insistent. In Carly's kitchen, she and Sonny are discussing his forthcoming heart surgery, which he told her about in Friday's episode. Carly has taken the initiative to help her ex-partner, and the father of several of her children, by offering to accompany him to California for the procedure. Sonny appears to have discussed another concept with her, and she believes it is a great idea that will be successful. He appears to be discussing his operation, and she is determined to convince him to go ahead with it, despite his reservations about being viewed as weak. General Hospital specs. Gio switched at birth, Brooke Lynn shocked. It has been speculated that despite all of Lois' efforts to keep Gio nearby and with the family, he may not even be a member of the family in the first place. That is because there is a possibility that he was switched at birth and is not even Brooke Lynn's child. Talk about a plot twist. The internet certainly had a lot to say about the situation. Some admirers even said, if Chase's infertility is due to a sickness or whatever, I would love for this child to be his. It's the only flipped adoption situation that makes me want to have another switch situation. What are the PC people going to do to Lois if someone doesn't tell them their family tree? Marco/Natalia? Another admirer added, the twist would be that Brooke Lynn has been lying all this time about who the father is. She had intercourse with a random guy at camp, possibly to make Dante jealous, and ended up pregnant. Goes home and lies about who his father is. General Hospital specifications. What's next for Gio? What if Cody had sex with Brooklyn while claiming to be Dante? The actor who plays Gio resembles the actor who plays Cody. There was also the following comment. That is the vibe I'm getting. What if it turns out that Lulu had Gio but doesn't remember? It's possible given GH maybe decided to replicate Erica's unabortion and have Gio be the child Lulu aborted from Dylan that some insane doctor snatched for some reason and ended up in Bensonhurst. Well, I'm not particularly in favor of the idea, but I'd love to see people's skulls explode while kvetching about it. According to General Hospital spoilers, Natalia Ramirez may have made a life-threatening error when she revealed Sonny Corinthos' secret to Jen Sidwell. Will Sidwell disrupt Sonny's heart surgery now that Natalia has revealed his next plan? It's clear that Sidwell is after Sonny. It's simply a matter of how low he goes. We wouldn't be surprised if Sidwell attempted to wipe Sonny off the map during his next medical operation. Because the genuine perpetrator of the penthouse explosion has yet to be identified, Sidwell remains a suspect. If this is the case, Sidwell may be seeking for another opportunity to strike and eliminate Sonny. Sidwell is a wealthy and well-connected individual. We're talking about the type of individual who might easily bribe or threaten someone on Sonny's medical team to undermine the surgery. The Cyrus Renault story demonstrated how easy it was for someone to sneak in and cause havoc. Cyrus utilized Digitalis to carry out several elimination plans, thus Sidwell may dispatch someone to carry out a similar Sonny scheme right now. However, this does not necessarily imply that Sonny will have a bleak future. Cyrus had survivors, so sometimes it's only a matter of boosting the stakes for soap opera drama. It would be fairly dull if Sonny traveled all the way to Los Angeles for this long-awaited treatment and came out just fine. What's the point of Sonny's health crisis if it's just going to be handled casually? The news that Carly Spencer will be in LA to help Sonny could be significant. Carly may react with true terror when a massive Sonny stunner hits hard. According to General Hospital spoilers, Sonny will be prepared for the operating room on April 24th, and Carly will receive updates on his condition on April 25th. Sonny's cardiologist will give some projections about what to expect, but things could get worse once he's on the operating table. If Sidwell utilizes Natalia's information to his advantage, He could conduct an investigation to determine when the surgery is scheduled and attempt to derail it. Sonny will most likely survive any attempt on his life, but he might still wind up in a coma if the GH writers want to sow chaos. That could allow Sidwell to make some daring moves in Sonny's absence in Port Charles. Sidwell might also release information about Sonny's medical ordeal, leaving his opponents poised to attack his domain. Bottom line, information is power, and Sidwell recently acquired some courtesy to Natalia's loose lips. Fans of General Hospital may expect some twists and turns as Sidwell's feud with Sonny heats up. Chase informed Brooke Lynn in the Q Solarium that he didn't feel like going to a party. He was preoccupied following his conversation with Lois. After discussing Dante's possible reactions to finding out he has a son, "I just realized how bad I want to be a dad," Chase told me. Brooke Lynn informed Chase that she had been thinking about how they may have a kid. She wanted to rule out IVF with a sperm donor after what had happened with Molly and Christina. Chase and Brooke Lynn agreed that adopting would be their best option. As Molly sat on the side of the road with a flat tire, Cody approached on a horse and asked if he could assist. Since roadside assistance couldn't arrive for hours, Cody agreed to mend Molly's flat. Unfortunately, Cody discovered a puncture in the spare tire. Cody wanted to switch to Plan B and put Molly on his horse rather than leave her on the side of the road to wait for a tow truck. Molly was skeptical, but Cody eventually persuaded her to attempt the horse with her briefcase in tow. They were on their way to Sonny's home for a party. Olivia was impressed by Sonny's large house and how nicely he had arranged for Dante's birthday party. Olivia revealed that she did not host the party at the Q Mansion, because she did not want to deal with Tracy's frequent criticisms. When Lulu and Donna entered the living room, she wondered where the birthday boy was. Dante and Rocco had a conversation on the terrace. Dante saw that Rocco appeared upset as they were on their way over, but Rocco insisted that everything was all right. Dante did not buy it. Rocco eventually admitted his worries for his grandparents. Following Laura's presser, social media erupted with scathing comments and the hashtag #mobstermayor. Rocco felt uncomfortable because people were discussing the connection between Laura and Sonny. "I am the link. I'm the reason they spend so much time together," Rocco admitted. He was concerned that things might worsen when Sonny and Laura were seen at Rocco's argument. "I don't know what else to do unless Grandpa doesn't go to my debate," Rocco replied, unaware that Sonny had overheard him. When Sonny appeared, Rocco apologized for his words, but Sonny understood. "Rocco is right," Sonny remarked. "I think it's best for me to stay at home." Back in the living room, Olivia and Sonny welcomed Christina, Danny, Gio, and Lois. When Lulu saw Lois, she remembered finding Martin's notes from his meeting with her concerning Brooke Lynn's kid. Christina also approached Danny and informed him that she had reconnected with Aunt Molly. Finally, everyone met in the living room for cake. Dante saw that his two best friends were not present, but he was glad to have his family with him. Even Michael called to wish him a happy birthday. "That's what our family does. We show up," Dante explained. Following the cake, everyone made small conversation. Sonny was delighted that Gio would be spending the summer as an apprentice with the Port Charles Symphony. Lois told Lulu how much Sonny constantly assisted her family. "The second that Gio picked up that violin, Sonny supported him," Lois told me. Later, Lois became concerned when she noticed Lulu and Gio conversing. Gio noted that his mother was often away performing. Olivia claimed she was performing right up until Gio was born. "My mother was in California performing in a concert when she went into childbirth. That's how I was born in Los Angeles," Gio explained. Lulu took mental note of that, knowing Brooke Lynn had given birth in Los Angeles. Lucas asked Marco at the Miller Davis office whether he recognized the man who had just gone. "That was Jason Morgan, and he obviously wasn't happy with you," Lucas replied, his voice filled with anxiety. When Alexis walked in, she mentioned that it was a little early to celebrate Marco's new job. Marco later disclosed to Lucas that Jen Sidwell was his father. Marco requested that Lucas and Alexis listen to him before leaving. "I did not conceal anything. I did not hide my father's name, and I did not lie to any of you. We went through a thorough job interview, and neither you nor Diane inquired about my parents," he explained. After Lucas had left, Marco asked Alexis whether she was withdrawing the employment offer. Marco defended himself, arguing that nothing had changed since he was recruited. My father has no criminal background. In truth, he has never been charged with a crime. Marco emphasized that the same cannot be said for your firm's most important clientele. There's a big difference between doing something illegal and getting caught doing something illegal, Alexis reminded us. Marco recognized this. Frankly, the fact that you and Diane have managed to keep Sunny from being brought up on RICO charges is one of the many reasons why I admire this firm, Marco told the reporter. Alexis revealed that she had met Sidwell. My first impression of him was that he was charming and intelligent, and completely ruthless, Alexis told CNN. Marco stated that he believed Alexis, of all people, would understand why he did not reveal that Sidwell was his father. Look at who Alexis' father was. Micus Cassadine. Alexis understood Marco's perspective, but was concerned because Sidwell was Marco's client. Diane and I prefer not to hire individuals whose clients want to kill our clients, Alexis told me. Marco stated that Sidwell never included him in any of his illicit activities. Felicia and Carly reconnected in Carly's kitchen. Carly told Felicia that Michael was making significant progress and was eager to return home. I just haven't had the heart to tell him that Willow and the kids were moving in with Drew, she said sadly. Felicia admitted that she was there for a favor. Mac needs your help, she informed an astonished Carly. Mac was concerned that the Esplanade referendum made Laura appear terrible, like she is passing the buck to the voters instead of standing up to Sunny herself. Carly recognized that Mac wanted her to persuade Sunny to accept whatever the voters decided and not fight it. If the voters decide to take Sunny's property, he's not going to say okay and not fight it, she threatened. If anyone can get through to him, it's you, Felicia insisted. Carly stated that she did not want to interfere in Sunny's business ever again, and was content with their peaceful co-parenting arrangement. Felicia had a different notion. I was thinking if Sunny didn't own the piers anymore, could this turn out to be a good thing for your family? She commented. Felicia believed that not owning the docks was the key to Sunny ultimately becoming a respectable businessman. Carly was not so sure. People don't normally walk away from Sunny's business, Felicia, she reminded me. Lucas entered and interrupted the chat. Felicia saw this as her cue to go. Once alone, Lucas asked Carly about Jason gunning for Marco Rios. Lucas revealed that he dropped by to see Marco and discovered Jason with him. He later found that Marco was Sidwell's son. Lucas was somewhat aback when Carly told him that Sidwell had kidnapped Sasha and held her at gunpoint. Lucas reasoned that Marco didn't lie to him. He simply omitted a major fact, and Lucas couldn't accept Marco's father's identity. After Brad, the last thing I want is another man I can't trust, Lucas said with a laugh. Chase was concerned that Brooke Lynn wouldn't support adoption after giving up her own kid, but Brooke Lynn claimed it made her appreciate the adoption process even more. Curtis stepped into Jordan's office just as she was gathering her belongings. Jordan revealed that she and Laura had private conflicts about Sunny. Then Boyle put me on the spot during the press conference. I didn't feel like I could or should dodge his questions, so I gave my honest opinion, Jordan explained. However, Curtis did not trust her and demanded the truth. Jordan continued to believe that her resignation was legitimate. I resented the fact that Sunny was a factor in the decisions the mayor's office made, Jordan told me. Curtis still didn't buy it. The only other time I have seen you acting this out of character was when you were working undercover, Curtis told me. Jordan asked Curtis to leave the matter, but reassured him that he was not in trouble. She didn't want to lie to him ever again, so she avoided discussing it. Curtis ultimately agreed to do what Jordan wanted as long as she promised to call him if she ever needed assistance. Tragic details regarding Steve Burton's engagement. And that is precisely what he is doing, as he has kept his relationship with his new girlfriend, Michelle Lundstrom, discreet. The gorgeous General Hospital star declared in 2004 that he was in a relationship with the recipe creator after being unmarried for over 2 years. As many of his fans recall, Steve was forced to refute rumors that his now ex-wife Sherry Burton was having their 4th child when she revealed her baby bump on social media. Steve went on record and stated that the child was not his, and he filed for divorce shortly after. The actor has luckily found love again, but after all of Sherry's internet bullying and suspicion about his own personal life, Steve wants to avoid making the same mistake twice. That is why he is keeping Michelle and their relationship as private as possible. In fact, they rarely mention one another on social media. What is next for Steve Burton and Michelle Lundstrom? Because he is such a popular daytime TV personality, Steve understands that this is the greatest approach to maintain his relationship healthy and, of course, joyful. He does not want Michelle to cope with the online controversy that comes with dating a famous soap star like himself. He has plenty of drama in the fictional town of Port Charles where he performs. General Hospital spoilers show that Port Charles is a hive of bad blood, and Ava Jerome is the town's #1 public adversary, with half of the population eager for her demise.